Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. Today is a full review of Atelier's Des Ors, and this one is called Riviera Lazuli. This one, when you first spray it, you're going to get quite a fresh, bright opening. There's lemon and bergamot as the top notes, mixed with some green notes. You're going to get cypress and sage, and you definitely get that kind of combination, slightly green, slightly herbal, with this bright, citrusy, summertime, fresh kind of scent. And the kind of imagination, I guess, that you could go with it is like a hot summertime by the sea. The sea is nice and blue, but along the coastline there's maybe a forest going along the coastline. So you get the scent of kind of hot, bright, fresh summertime sea with the forest along the edge of the coast. I guess for imagination's sake, you could kind of picture it like that. Fairly quickly, after around 5-10 minutes, you're going to notice kind of an envelope of woody musk molecules. To me, it's kind of like a big dose of something like timber silk, Isoe Super. You get kind of a big dose of this mustiness, synthetic kind of mustiness over the top of it, enveloping it all. And it kind of shifts into the mid, which is this combination of kind of this musty woody molecule with these kind of slightly green herbaceous herbal notes. Cedar and balsam fir are both listed on the note breakdown. Again, sage is listed as the herbal kind of aspect of this. Immortelle is listed as a note. There is a subtle sweetness in there. And Gaiac wood is listed as well, but I don't perceive much Gaiac wood personally. Also, there's incense listed. Don't really get an incense vibe from this myself. I would say you get the herbal edge, the kind of the green notes of the fir and the sage, mixing with this blanket, like I say, of timber silk or Isoe Super, that kind of woody musk molecule kind of thing going on, kind of enveloping it in a soft blanket of mustiness, is the best way I can describe that, with just a hint of the sweetness. And at this point, as it transitions into the mid and the dry down, it has a specific scent that reminds me of something. So if you go to a men's locker room, a gym or a swimming pool, or wherever that guys are getting, working out or sweating a little bit, and then they go for a shower in the locker room and get changed, and they go to the locker, they dry themselves off, they get aerosol antiperspirants like Adidas or Right Guard, those kind of sporty antiperspirants, and and then they get changed and they leave. And you walk into that locker room after they've gone, you get kind of an aura in there of this just kind of masculine smelling antiperspirant smell. I get a vibe of that in this. I can't not associate it. It just comes to me when I smell the mid of this fragrance. So I personally get a vibe of, like I say, like Right Guard or Adidas antiperspirant, kind of a sporty kind of antiperspirant, and it's like you've just walked into a men's kind of locker room and you get kind of just the general air in there of people spraying that kind of antiperspirant. So you get a kind of a vibe of that, which to me then makes it kind of smell slightly more masculine, because that odour isn't a feminine smell to me. It just reminds me of dudes spraying themselves after the gym. So it does go through that kind of vibe in the middle to me. No, I don't think everyone might not get that, but it's a definite kind of impression I get mentally when I smell the mid of this fragrance. But it's like I say, and I think it's probably the musty envelope of that woody molecule, giving it this kind of mustiness mixed with, like I say, the freshness and the kind of herbal kind of sides to it, and the slightly woody parts to it, just kind of give that impression. As it dries down, basically doesn't change from that, and it kind of gets a little bit more musty, and a little bit softer, basically. The performance is very good. I could smell it around me easily for the first couple of hours, 2-3 hours around me softly, and and then I would tap it out around the 8 to 9 hour mark. So longevity is 8 to 9 hours. So very good, it lasts all day. I would definitely say it's a summer, springtime fragrance. I would say it's unisex, leaning on the masculine because of the association with the men's kind of antiperspirant thing that I get vibes of in the middle. I'm not saying it smells exactly like a can of men's antiperspirant, but there's something in it that does remind me of that, going in that direction. Obviously this would be better quality, but there's, like I say, something in there that reminds me of that. But I really do like the top notes. The opening is very nice. The first hour or so is very pleasant. It's sort of kind of gets very much more into the antiperspirant thing after the first hour as it starts to dry down. So yeah, that's my take on it. It's a good option, I think, for a very mass appealing fragrance for the summertime. Once it dries down into that, what I've explained in the mid kind of dry down, people might not think you're wearing an actual perfume. They might just think you're wearing deodorant. That's the only thing that I would say, is that people might not actually recognize you're wearing a perfume. They might just think that you've just sprayed on a nice antiperspirant and a nice deodorant, because it is that kind of mass appealing scent that goes into those kind of fragrances, is kind of the DNA of this. So I think this would actually make a pretty good antiperspirant. Hope you enjoyed the video. That's as honest as I can do it. Not everyone will agree with that. I think maybe some people won't get that vibe, but that's what I get personally. I'm not knocking it or saying it's bad. It smells very mass appealing, very likable. It's just that kind of scent I don't personally find that attractive for me personally. So hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you soon with another one. Take care. Bye.